Hello everyone and welcome to the Transit Nomad family. This video is my Brussels train station tour as well as my Belgium safety problems review. Before we get started, I'd like to let you know that I am in Belgium for a couple of weeks, and at the end of this trip I'll be recording my final verdict video comparing Belgium with other countries to help you decide if you should visit, while also saving you lots of time and money with practical tips on how to get the most out of your trip. This will be an exclusive video, but you can easily gain access to it by subscribing or donating any amount on buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, let's begin exploring the area around the train station, the central train station in Brussels, and discussing Belgian safety problems. Now, you can see this particular area looks very nice and clean. We're gonna take a short walk, just about a block to the central train station, and see if there is any difference. I bet it's gonna look a little bit different, maybe a lot different. But what I've noticed in Belgium is that there are a lot of different parts of the city, just like in many other cities, and some parts are actually pretty rough, where people are loud, or they are looking at you in a strange way, or they are smelling bad, or they are listening to music with their headphones, or engaging in begging or asking for something. Somebody whispered something into my ear behind my back, and somebody else was asking me for money. So I wouldn't say this is the most comfortable place to hang out overall. I've seen cities where I was not disturbed as much, but also, to be fair, I've seen cities where I was disturbed more. So my overall score for comfort in terms of being asked for things, I would give it maybe like a 5 out of 10, maybe 6 out of 10, because it definitely could be better, but it also could be worse. And generally speaking, if you mind your own business, you should be okay. A couple of tips is to not engage in conversations with people you don't know. Try to mind your own business, and you can just ignore them and keep walking, or walk away, do what you need to do. Don't show them that you are scared, because if you show them that you are scared, that makes you look like you are an easy target or a victim, and you don't want to look like a victim. You want to look like you are strong, and just basically they should keep looking for another person to take advantage of. A lot of these people, they are not bad people. They just are trying to find a way to survive, I guess. But it's not my place to judge or understand their story. I'm just telling you that you might run into different kinds of characters here, and it's best to mind your own business and also avoid them if you can by walking away, or keep doing what you're doing. Don't pay attention to them. I'm just passing some people on the ride, and I'm a little bit worried. I don't even want to film them because I don't want to provoke them. That is another thing. Don't provoke them if you don't have to, because why would you do that? Another thing, I would not recommend walking around alone at night. I don't think this is that place, one of those places where it's safe. It's not like Asia, where it's almost safe almost everywhere, no matter what time of day you are. It is where you are, it's always safe. No, this is not like that. This is also not Switzerland. Belgium can be a little bit rough, and also there are, as I was saying, a lot of different kinds of people. I've also noticed a lot of areas where there is a lot of trash. I don't know why, because Brussels is so famous. It's kind of the unofficial capital of the European Union, but I noticed some places with a lot of trash. Again, this particular area looks rather clean, but if you check out my other videos on YouTube, you will see what I'm talking about. There are places that are not as clean, and where you will see like a lot of this kind of stuff basically everywhere, and this kind of stuff. This area is not that bad compared to some of the other places that I've seen. But let's keep walking and see what else we find. If you are new on my channel, I explore cities through the lens of public transportation. So I like to travel to different countries, different cities, and check out their buses, trams, trolleys, and compare, see what they have to offer, what's good, what's bad, and what's in between. Now this is the area around the central station, and this station is considered rather safe in comparison with Midi station. There is a Midi station that is more notorious for all kinds of crimes. And this one is supposed to be the safer one. As you can see, this character is singing something. Yeah. This is actually some Ukrainian music, actually, in Belgium, with a very low quality speaker. So we are standing here right in front of the station, Brussels Central. You can see they don't have a lot of English signs, and that is something you need to keep in mind when you are visiting Belgium. Make sure to download and install Google Translate so that you can have it ready and use that camera lens to point at it whatever you need to be translated, and it's going to translate it for you automatically if you have data. You definitely should not expect a lot of signs in English. This is a French and Flemish speaking area. Flemish is like a dialect of Dutch, so it's not going to be as easy to get around as it is in some other places where everything is translated to English. You can see right here they have these information about all kinds of trains arriving and departing, and I do see Urbestemming Ardspoor. I don't know what that means, but I can guess that this is the time and this is the destination and this is the platform number probably. But I don't know why it's only in other languages and not in English. It's supposed to be an international destination, but that is the way it is here in Brussels and in other Belgian cities too. If you go to supermarkets also, you're gonna have to translate everything or ask people for help. Now let's take a look at the toilet sign. There's a toilet over there. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be a paid toilet. It's very difficult to find free toilets in Brussels or in Belgium. You have to pay, even if you are a customer and you go to a restaurant, you buy food there, many of the restaurants, they charge you to use the toilet. And over here, it is a paid toilet. It costs €1.10 to use the toilet, no matter how long or how short, no matter if it's number 1 or number 2. It's a flat rate of €1.10. So if you need to go a few times per day, multiple days, depending on how long you're gonna travel for, it's gonna add up. If you have a whole family to pay for, you might end up paying a lot for toilets. And this is something that I noticed also in France, in Paris, but it kind of sucks. You have to pay for toilets everywhere. One trick I want to recommend for you is to use trains. Toilets inside trains are free, and you can do that before you get off the train wherever you're going. Also, if you see the train is standing at the station, you can use the toilet there and then come in, use the toilet and come out. I'm not sure if it's allowed. Maybe if you use train services, you have tickets anyway, so it might be okay to do it that way. Just double check the schedule, make sure the train is not going to leave while you are in the toilet. Let's see if they have any water refilling stations.
Not working.
It's not working. Can you show me where that is? Because I did not see it. Do not expect free water in Belgium. This is one of the very few water refilling stations. Very, very few. It's very hard to find, but it does not seem to be working. Maybe you need to put your... and nothing happens. It doesn't work. We are giving it a try. It's not working. Okay. And honestly, don't expect these kind of machines around to see them around in Belgium, because this is very rare. So you need to bring your own water, buy it at supermarkets, or bring it from from your residence, wherever you're staying. Also, if you ask for water at restaurants, they're not gonna give it to you, or I mean, they will give it to you, but they will charge you for it. Unfortunately, that is part of the deal when you come to Belgium, when you come to Brussels. Now, the architecture of this station, it really reminds me of Soviet Union. I don't know, let me know what you guys think, but to me it looks like this is like the monument of Lenin of something, and this is like a building from the 1970s or 1960s that was built somewhere in Soviet Union. I don't know why they went with this particular style, but it really reminds me of that style. I grew up in Ukraine and we have a lot of Soviet stuff left over, and yeah, I'm used to seeing this kind of stuff growing up. Definitely not my favorite style, but if there's somebody who's into it, there you go, the central station in Brussels. Some people, they call this style brutalist, I think. Brutalist, maybe I might be wrong, I'm not an expert in architecture, but that's what it might be called. Very basic, nothing really interesting to look at. This station is not impressive in any way. If you want to find an impressive train station, I recommend checking out a city called Antwerp. You can go there by train from Brussels in about an hour, and that is one of the most beautiful train stations in Belgium and maybe in the whole world. I have a video reviewing that station. Check it out on my channel. It is very, very beautiful. The good news is that they have these information signs, so you can see all kinds of trains that are arriving and departing. Make sure you double check that in the app too. Sometimes they change platforms. Sometimes the information is updated in the last moment before the train departs. Also, another thing you need to keep in mind is that Google Maps might not always give you accurate directions. It might tell you that the train is going to stop at a specific station, and in reality it won't. So try to download their official train app. I think it's called SNBC or something like that. I will leave a link in the video description below, so that you can use that for directions. It's more reliable and more accurate than Google Maps when it comes to train information. This is what the platform looks like. Nothing really special. Nothing too impressive. Trains boarding, and here people are waiting for the train. I do not feel like I'm in some kind of super awesome place. Just very basic train station, and it does not look like it's the heart of European Union or anything like that, at least not this station. We also have these old school signs, very old signs. I'm a little bit surprised to see this kind of sign still in 2025, but nothing wrong, they still work. Doesn't matter how old they are, as long as they work. I just wish that there was more information in English, but it is what it is. And they also have these old paper schedules, which I think is kind of cool too. If your smartphone is dead or you don't have data, it's convenient.
Via Halle de 19h06, voie 4. Les voyageurs à destination d'Anguien ne peuvent pas embarquer dans les deux dernières voitures.
Spoor 4 de IC-trein naar Doornik via Halle van 19:06. Spoor 4. Reizigers naar Edingen mogen niet
The
instappen
platform
in
is
de
very
laatste
long
twee
actually.
rijtuigen.
And you just heard some announcement. I think it was French, may have been Flemish or Dutch, I don't know, but not in English for sure. Now let's go back up upstairs and see if we can exit somewhere else, because it looks surprisingly nice today. It was not my experience a few days ago when I was checking out this area. Maybe either I got unlucky at that time, or maybe I got lucky this time. But I did see a lot of strange characters outside the station. Oh, they also have a lot of graffiti on trains, and also a lot of this kind of stuff. They really like to decorate it. Yeah, and it doesn't feel like Belgium, does it? It feels a little bit, I don't know, like we are in Soviet Union. That is what this station area reminds me of, Soviet Union a little bit. If that bus was Icarus instead of Iveco, I would think that is Soviet Union. But also the nice thing is that people let you go when you're trying to cross the street. That is very cool. That is one of the nicest things I noticed in Belgium. Yeah, today overall the station area, it doesn't look bad. It looks kind of okay. Certainly not the case. It was not the case a few days ago. So I guess be aware that it depends on the time and the day, and things can change. Where I come from in San Diego, it also depends on the day. Sometimes it's a good day and it's very clean and it smells good, and sometimes it's not. It just depends on where you go and what's going on. But keep in mind that it's good to have some people with you, and if you choose to travel to Brussels, be careful because you might be approached, and it's not the safest place, not the most comfortable place to hang out. You have to pay for toilets, you have to pay for water, and the architecture, you can see some parts are nice, some parts are so-so, some buildings are like this, like what kind of style this is, another Soviet Union example or something like that, I don't know. So if you want to travel somewhere, you might want to look into other countries, or if you want to travel to Belgium, consider other cities. But every city is going to have good parts and not so good parts, and generally speaking, I enjoyed checking out Belgium. It definitely has a lot of good things to offer, but it would not be on top of my list of places to visit. With that being said, I want to let you know that as an active traveler and business owner with experience, I might be able to assist you with trip planning, life coaching, and business consulting, with all the details available at buymeacoffee.com/transitnomad or through the link in the video description below. With that being said, thank you everyone for watching, commenting, liking, and subscribing. I appreciate you being a part of the Transit Nomad family and look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.